What's happening? Today, we're diving into an epic game moment. This player pulled off something unbelievable. So, here's what happened.
In the live demonstration on August 20th, 2020, in the first chapter, the Lingshuzi has the mechanism to instantly kill the hairy monkeys. Facing the hairy monkeys with a howl, all the clones will be defeated after its release, because the skill of body beyond body is not unlocked in the first chapter. Therefore, this mechanism cannot be verified for the time being. When we come to this place in the second playthrough, use the skill of body beyond body. The Lingshuzi indeed has the mechanism to instantly kill the hairy monkeys. I don't know whether it was forgotten to be removed by game science during the subsequent modifications, or deliberately retained, used to commemorate the development process at that time. As the Black Monkey updated the consecutive battle mode. In the consecutive battle mode, players can add conditions to increase the difficulty. That is, the 9 forbidden. However, the names of the 9 forbidden are all different, and they are all kinds of strange at one time. It was thought that they were randomly compiled by game science. Finally, it was determined that it was from the 46th chapter of the original Journey to the West. In the original text, it was written that heads were cut off, arms were chopped off, legs and feet were stabbed, the abdomen was cut open, and then restored, taking a bath in the oil pan, just regarded it as warm water. Set up the execution ground. Pinch one, and it's intact. Just wanted it to be like this. All of these correspond one by one to the names of the 9 forbidden in the game. In the plot, when fighting against Yang Jian, as long as we transform into stone men, Yang Jian will not attack us. He will just chatter around us. Use the invisibility skill. It can also attract the hatred of Erlang Shen for a while, but in the consecutive battle formation, all these skills are lost. The original abilities transform into stone men. Yang Jian will only nag one sentence. Then he will come over with his trident halberd and start chopping. Similarly, the invisibility will also be broken by Erlang Shen in an instant. When players use the skill of gathering form and dispersing, Erlang Shen will directly use his heavenly eye and see through the invisibility. In the plot mode, everyone must be very curious. The Great Sage of Yellow Wind is originally good at controlling the wind. Then why would he be blown staggering by the plantain fan? This wrong point has been corrected in the consecutive battle mode. When we face the Great Sage of Yellow Wind in the consecutive battle, use the plantain fan. It will trigger his hidden moves. Our divine wind is not only ineffective, instead more yellow sand hurricanes will be generated. In this way, it can be regarded as completely confirming the title of the Great Sage of Yellow Wind. When we first meet the little yellow dragon, we will hear him say by himself, We go back to the past and find Yuan Shouchang. By enlarging the collar of his underclothes, we can find that the golden dragon pattern embroidery. It just echoes what the little yellow dragon said, transformed into a decorative pattern and hidden on his body. This is a scene that only the strong would miss. When we fight against the earth, god of the flaming mountains. If unfortunately defeated, go there again. We will find that inside the hall of the former Qian Palace. There is a light ball. At this time, we raise our perspective. We will find that it is a huge 8 trigrams array. When we get close, the trigrams will light up. Enter the inner scene. Just raise the perspective. We will find that this is still an 8 trigrams array, according to the corresponding positions of the Qian position and the Zun position. We can judge the inner and outer 8 trigrams diagrams. Both are the later heaven 8 trigrams diagrams. After defeating Yang Jian in the plot, we will enter the battle scene of the Law of Heaven and Earth. At this time, we can find one, a miniature 5 Dragons Temple. However, this is not that we actually become bigger, but it is game science's way to restore the scene. Recreated a new battle platform, and the miniature 5 Dragons Temple is to restore the details made additionally. Highlight its control over details. It can only be said that game science is really putting its heart into the production. Some foreign netizens gave feedback. The gesture of the Royal Celestial Guardian seems not so friendly, in fact. It's not the case. This gesture is the seal of the Celestial Guardian in Taoism, and the Royal Celestial Guardian in the battle will also use other different gestures. First is the sword art gestawait, is usually multiple physical attacks at close range. Re. When the Royal Celestial Guardian uses the sword art gesture. Then is the Celestial Guardian art gesture. When the Royal Celestial Guardian uses the Celestial Guardian art gesture, it is usually attacks with attached attributes, such as the Windfire Wheels and the Thunder Whip. The Do art gesture. When the Royal Celestial Guardian uses the Do art gesture, it is usually magic attacks, such as summoning thunder and summoning the Windfire Wheels. There is also a hand gesture that flashes by. The Three Mountains art gesture. When fighting against the Purple Pearl, when she releases her ultimate move, there will be spiderwebs everywhere, causing us to have difficulty in moving. At this time, we will find that the almighty plantain fan can't break it, although it causes continuous stiffness to the boss, but the spiderwebs on the ground still exist. Similarly, the wind-fixing pearl can't clear them either. After using it, there will still be the situation of difficulty in moving. And the real way to break it is the piggy who is hung aside. Says it in one sentence. As long as we make the chosen one turn his back to the purple pearl, we can avoid the ultimate move. It can only be said that details are everywhere. In the Sand Kingdom, everyone will meet the Sand's second son and the Sand King. After finishing the killing, the Bodhisattva of spiritual wisdom will appear and play and sing a song. But here, different songs will be played and sung according to the different order of your killing. Play and sing different songs. Only killing the Sand's second son will trigger the following animation.
普天之下，父子决策纲纪，论朝规矩铁律。哪个说了才算，哪个放任不管。你瞧那手背到家让情，可怎么就落得个子昂斧头死不寒。
If the Sand King is killed first, then kill the Sand's second son. Another song will be played and sung.
后一个小河手拉的破雷后，可怜那书归好久的父子，也见得父死子昂有生死离愁。老大我有手头狂虚情。
New weapons were added to Blackmyth along with the update of the consecutive battle mode. They were also added to Blackmyth together. Among them, the special effect of the Beast Stick and the Divine Blade can, through 4 heavy strikes, impose different disasters on opponents. Among them, the most eye-catching is the 4 heavy strikes of the Splitting Stick can summon the Mountain Opening, Axe of Erlang Shen Dod to carry out a second attack. And the reputation of the weapon Divine Blade is not randomly fabricated. Looking through the original text of Journey to the West, only the weapon of Erlang Shen is worthy of the name Divine Blade. There is such a description in the 6th chapter of the original text. The iron rod is as good as a flying dragon. The Divine Blade is like a dancing phoenix. That true Lord summoned up his divine might. With a shake of his body, he became 10,000 feet tall, holding the 3 double-edged divine blade in both hands, combined with the material required for forging weapons, the free mind. It comes from the last battle in the consecutive battle mode, 6 routes and 1 nature. And the final boss of 6 routes and 1 nature is exactly Erlang Shen. It is said that the white-robed scholar originally had 3 phases. Later, because of the worry that the difficulty was too high, the 3rd phase was deliberately removed. However, even though the 3rd phase was removed, after the game was released, there were still many. Chosen ones here offered several monkey heads. How many buddies got stuck here for a long time at that time? And the originally planned 3 phases exist as the minor boss, the Leaping Wave Flood Dragon, in the 6th chapter. And the clue that can be found in the game is the necklace. Pause here and look at the necklace of the white-robed scholar. Then, the Leaping Wave Flood Dragon. Pause. It can be found that the necklaces are exactly the same. It can only be said that game science is quite far-sighted. After defeating the yellow-browed monster, return to the Earth God Temple in the main hall of the Little Thunderclap Monastery. You will find that you can't enter the Mahavira Hall if you teleport to the Earth God Temple on the lower floor of the hanging sculptures. You won't be able to view the 1,000 Buddha sculptures from a long distance. If you want to enter the Mahavira Hall normally, you need to return to the Little Thunderclap Monastery, the Earth God Temple at the Monastery Gate first. Run directly from the Earth God Temple to the entrance of the Mahavira Hall. At this time, the door will open. Enter the interior of the Mahavira Hall. View the 1,000 Buddha sculptures at close range. The magnificent Buddhist scene here. The scene was taken from Zhaoxishan Mountain in Shi County, Linfan City, Shaanxi Province, also known as the 1,000 Buddha Nunnery. It was first built in the 2nd year of the Chengzhen reign of the Ming Dynasty, 16 to 9. It was founded by Master Dongming,